Welcome back to Divinity. Last time we checked out the charter school, which was closed due to some addicts living in there. We shoot those away. We encountered a little Muppet, which was infused with stores and, well, given life apparently. And it gave us a very important hint. It said that we might encounter a trap and that the solution of that puzzle involves levers that spell power. And that will come in very handy indeed, but it'll take us a while to get there. Now, there are a bunch of citizens around here. Let's see, I don't think they have anything to say.
More visitors than last year, I reckon.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Nobody cares. How about you?
They say the Divine withers our lands to save Rivellon. I see he is successful.
Yeah, the Divine Lucian, or rather the Divine Order, did destroy all of the Elven homelands, and, well, he was not very successful in saving Rivellon, given all of that void business. Now, what building is this here? It's not locked, so... Old Lady's House. Notes. Might I read them? I might. Most esteemed Sanguina, next week my loan is due, but I will not have the money in time. But fierce heart I tried to get it, believe me. Please extend my deadline by just one more week. I know what happens to those who shirk their debts to you, and I have no wish to join the numbers. Yes, Loverick. Loverick. That name rings a bell. Loverick. Huh. What, that nice old lady is a loan shark, apparently? Let's talk to her.
Trade or credit?
The proprietress gives you a sweet smile.
You look like someone who's ready for business. You look like someone with an eye for the main chance. You look like someone who needs an investor.
I'm swimming in money. I don't really need an investor. That's quite she had in mind, though.
I knew it the moment you walked in here. Here comes an enterprising fellow, I said to myself. Here comes a man who could take a sum of gold and turn his mind to turning a profit. I can see it in your eyes. Whatever you're up to in the fine upstanding city of Arx, jewel of Lucian's blessed domain, I'd like to back you, financially speaking. But be warned, I demand security. You must make a deposit. And I always recover a debt.
Yeah.
You understand, I'm sure.
Sure, I think I'll
I
pass.
bid you good day.
She smiles her sweet smile, dips her head in farewell, and turns away.
I think I'll pass. Let's see. It's all considered a great cat. Can we go out of here? Might be able to. There was this cellar entrance. Well, let's not get into that stuff
I've seen a few traders
just
about
yet.
the place.
Oh, what's going on over here? Was that from the Void Hole attack? There's a pretty huge hole in the ground. Huwbert's Encyclopedia. Builder, do you want to comment on that hole?
Nothing as fragrant as an open sewer, hey?
Open sewer, you say, huh? Ah. The sewers have been mentioned quite a few times yet so far. We'll definitely pay them a visit. But let's check out this house over here before we do. This is, in fact, the house of one person whose books we have read. Huwbert's Encyclopedia. We can take one of them, drill ones, for free outside. Yeah, as we can see, there are a lot of volumes of that book, and over here we have...
To think that some people value baubles and trinkets over books. Absurd.
We have the master himself, Cranley Huwbert. So, let us triple save and then talk to him. Well, Huwbert, what do you have to tell me?
Greetings. I am Cranley Huwbert. I assume no further introduction is required.
Say here that you've never heard of him.
Oh, come now. Surely you've heard of my writing, or my work with the Historical Guild of Arcs? No?
He wrote them, so shouldn't you have read them? Ask if he's actually read all of these books, or if they're just for show. Oh, well, I guess, she refers to all of these books.
For show? Of course I've read all of them. What do you take me for? I'll wager you don't know a fraction of what I've gleaned from a lifetime of reading. Let's see. 3 major houses govern the ancient empire. There's the House of Law, the House of War. Now, what's the third?
It is the House of Dreams.
Well, that was a rather straightforward one. You'd have to be an utter dolt to have not heard of the House of Dreams.
You forgot about the House of Shadows, though.
Another question, then. In what year was our savior, Lucian the Divine,
Oh,
taken?
I don't freaking know. What time is it anyway? What year is it? Can we kind of see? Journal. Open the freaking journal. Does it tell me what? No, it just says. What year are we in? I don't know. Well, let's see. I kept some of those books. So, Lucian's Remains, Geomancy, Roguery, Dwarves, the Kraken, Jewelworms, Summoning, and more Dwarves. Right, so maybe in Lucian's Remains? Nope. Right, I don't know.
In what
1233.
year was... Time for a real challenge. Name the first king of the dwarves.
Answer Tenax.
Clearly you have had some modicum of education in your time. One final question. Answer this correctly, and you can consider yourself a scholar on par with yours truly. Fail, and I shall have to show you my door. The sorcerer king from times of yore, Brachus Rex, had a twin. What was her name?
That's actually an information you gain in the first Divinity Original Sin game. And since I've played that, I know that his twin sister is called Cassandra.
Well. I must confess, your knowledge is impressive. Please, allow me to invite you to join me in my private chambers for further intellectual discourse.
Yeah, okay, let's do some intellectual discourse, sure.
Excellent. Please, come along. Quite simple, once you know the trick. You place a book onto the pile, and a hatch at the back of the fireplace is unlocked. Go on down. I'll be right behind you.
Sure, I'm just going in your little secret cellar, why not?
Beyond my sanctum, true intellect flourishes best in the dark, don't you think?
No, I don't think so. So, right, what now?
My sanctum, my intellectual womb, my palace of the mind. Welcome, and make yourself comfortable. Pray tell me, what's the darkest, most delicious nugget of knowledge you've come across in your time?
With a mischievous twinkle in his eye, Cranley glances from you to some nearby skill books, rare ones. He raises an eyebrow. Impress him, and we might win a prize, it seems.
Those are very interesting answers I can give. I'm not sure if he will be happy about knowing that, so tell him that Voidwoven aren't true monsters, but they're remnants of an ancient higher race that now seeks restoration.
Cranley Huwbert's eyes bulge with amazement.
Ask if the esteemed Cranley Huwbert was sufficiently impressed by what you told him.
Oh my, yes. And please, let's not be so formal. Down here, call me Gigi.
Alright, GG.
He gestures absently for you to select from the skill books as your reward. It seems that the poor fellow is quite taken aback by what you told him. Without another word, he wanders away from you, deep in thought.
Right, you have a bunch of skill books, which won't be any use to me. Don't Fatality, I wanted to find out what that is. Gives all summons and totems around you a status that prevents them dying from damage or disappearing when their life runs out. Ooh, that's pretty neat. And... right, don't need all of that stuff. Black Shroud. I guess I take 2 books. Why ever I get 2 books for this one, but sure, I'll have that. Right, and I can loot his cellar to my heart's content, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's talk to him first.
Cranley Huwbert barely notices you. He is utterly engrossed in his thoughts, his brow furrowed.
Yep, he has all of his books. So, let's pick this place clean, shall we? Found quite a few bottles of wine here. Seems to be quite the drunkard. Oh, good. GG. Oh, let's sit down here. Yeah, I could steal all of that stuff, but I don't really care about it. Unless there is a key to his... that chest of his. A key anywhere?
I've spotted something.
Ooh, a loose plank, you see? There we go. Lawmaster's safe key.
Locked.
Not for that door. For that chest, maybe for this. Yes. Nice. Right. Anything over here? That's locked. But I might have the key for that. Right, 2.
What's this? I found something.
I found something. Ooh, I can go up here. Right. What is up here? Oh, that's the wedding. Right. Don't have to go there. Well, that was interesting.
This place stinks.
This place stinks, he says. Well, what is this place? There's no sign. The door's locked. Whatever it is, we might just check it out later. For now, let us head to the barracks.
If there was anything important here, the whites must have surely taken it.
Alright. Let's see what's going on over here. These were the barracks of the Magisters. Before we have a look around, though, let us talk to Lord Kem, the man in charge around here. Well, there's quite the carnage in here. Magister letter. Lord Kem, don't run away, please.
Keep looking. Take this place apart, brick by brick, if you must.
Alright, Lord Linda Kem.
It was you who sent us the war owl. Without you, the black ring-loving magisters would still be in charge. I suppose you have earned the right to involve yourself in paladin business. Just this once.
You're not a traitor, unfortunately.
All this is thanks to you, you know. If we hadn't found out what the whites were doing in the Black Pits, we wouldn't have known that they had to be stopped. I am in your debt.
Ask him what has happened between the paladins and the magisters.
The whites have betrayed the memory of Lucian in the most heinous manner. We'd had our suspicions, but you provided us with proof. Collusion with the Black Ring. So we acted to put a stop to their treason. The Order must persist. The Order must endure. The Magisters can no longer have power.
Ask what they've found in the barracks.
Not much. At least not yet. Perhaps you'd have better luck, given your credentials.
I'll take a look, but let's talk first.
If the whites were working with the Black Ring, and I believe they were not doing it here. The barracks are clean as far as we can tell. But there were white magisters here, and of them there is now no sign. But they must have left a trail. We will find them, wherever they are.
Remember what Captain Oral said. Ask him if he knows where Dallas might be.
The Lord Dread is in the harbour. Of Dallas there is nary a trace, but rest assured, if she is here, we shall find her. Leave it with us, if you please.
I certainly won't.
If the conspiracy with the Black Ring extends as high as the Hammer herself, she shall pay the price. I promise you that.
Note that he seemed happy to execute one of his own earlier.
She disobeyed orders. She knew the consequences. I expect she shall receive justice. Enjoy the city, won't you? Arx is wonderful at this time of year.
He's acting a bit weird. Yeah, let's have a look in our quest log. Right, the story so far. We know that. The hunt for Dallas. The Lady Winch breached the land of the living once more and crashed in the mountains outside of Arx. I was lucky to survive. Below, the holy city was in a state of upheaval. Paladins of the Divine Order had risen up against the Magisters, believing that they were secretly allied with the Black Ring. Voidwoken attacks only served to add to the chaos in a city that was heaving with fearful pilgrims. Right. And for Beast we have arrived in Arx. People from all races have come to celebrate Lucius Day. Perhaps we might find a new lead regarding Queen Justina's plans. We already have some leads. She is probably hiding in the sewers. Hammerfall. We found the Magister Barracks, the center of the operations. The Paladins have ransacked the place and killed the Magisters. We should look around. Also, we found a living source puppet hiding in a small camp near the waterfront. The puppet said that it fled from a room of death beneath a great hall of weepers and chanters. Could it have been speaking of the cathedral? Huh. The source puppet mentioned that there are many levers which lead to death in the room where it came from, but only a few spell power. It told us that we must seek power in order to win freedom. What could it mean? We will find out soon enough. And the doctor's orders, yes. We got it. The outside of Michael Ross told us that the cake was in blah blah blah. Let's go big bear. Elenessa in her current form as an ancestor's tree spirit told me the demon that once possessed her now controls the doctor that tried to help her. Yeah, we know that. The guard at the estate of Michael Ross told us that the cake was a gift from Dr. Deva. And it seems that the cake was a gift from Papa Fiona, the doctor. We should pay him a visit. And we discovered a note from him inside the cake. And we were ambushed by some demons, masquerading as ordinary citizens of Arx. They seemed to be minions of Dr. Deva. Well. And the secret of the dwarves. As we learned before, there's a cache of Deathfuck hidden somewhere in Arx. If it was unleashed upon the city, it would cause utter devastation. The gardens of the Ross estate have been ruined by Voidwoken, and the wedding cake somehow survived untouched. We heard that Voidwoken attacked the wedding of a noble family. It seems the toys were sent to someone named Isbader from a certain doctor. We found a note from someone called E. It seems that there is something hidden beneath the estate of Michael Ross. Ooh. We can find out just what this is for ourselves by entering the cellars, using a key given to one of the dead wedding guests, and selecting a wine named after Mikhail's pet pig. Oh, those, well, that gives me much more information than I had actually put together. So, yeah, we should check out his cellar, apparently. It will lead us to, probably, the Deathwalk. Oh, the cake turned out to be a trap. We were attacked by strange constructs. Last stand of the Magisters. Came to us that the Magisters have betrayed the Mirror of Illusion, blah blah blah. And yeah, the barracks. Cameras and blah blah blah. We will check out the barracks. And the Vault of Linda Kem. We've learned Lord Kem apparently possesses a famous painting called The Second Passion of Illusion. A copy can be found at the cathedral. Beryl Griff told us that Kem always keeps his bedchamber locked. She believes that he's concealed all sorts of trapdoors and ladders from his wife. We'll check that out. The battle at the gates has been concluded. School's out also under execution. And Mercy's power. We learned that Vindigo, the witch who first attacked us on the Mariel, is still alive. She has lost the favor of her masters, however. If we cross paths with her again, perhaps we can finally deal with her. Where did we learn that? Huh. Must have missed that. In any case, let us check out the barracks. Oh, we found a note on one of the dead bodies. It is a crumpled note. Destroy after reading. Purity of mind, order of society, discipline of body, loyalty to the divine. Ah. It was on the body of a...
If I was one of those
like Red Majesty.
would I hide
The
something?
Magister say. Not much bloody
What?
order in this
Order of
place.
society? How did you...
Yeah. If there was anything important here,
What did you...
Whites must have surely
What did...
taken it.
Why did you say that? Huh. Interesting. Anyway,
Blueprints for the building.
scale scraps. Backpack is somewhere. There. Nothing in there though.
Order of society, the Magisters say. Not much bloody order in this place.
What? That seems to be generic dialogue they just brought. What do we have here? Paladin. Oh, she's cursed.
Come on. Damn you. Stop bleeding.
The paladin presses a wad of fresh bandages upon a steadily bleeding leg wound. For a moment, it seems to work, but then the bleeding suddenly gets worse.
Ask the paladin how she got that wound.
One of the Magisters didn't know when he was beaten. Drove a spear into my knee. He should have aimed higher, though. I didn't give him a chance to land a second blow.
Offer a healing potion.
My thanks. This is just what I need.
The potion takes effect, but then your ear catches the faintest sound of angry whispers, and the bleeding suddenly intensifies. The paladin claps her hand over the wound in an effort to stem the flow of blood.
What's going on? It looks like it's nearly stopped. Then it just starts again.
Well, that might be because you are cursed, but we can fix that, no problem. Let's see. We will simply take less.
The bleeding stopped. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait.
Nothing.
No.
Just more magic.
It's starting again.
Wait, what? What? She's cursed again.
The paladin is still trying to stem the flow of blood.
Ooh. Wait a second. Why are you still cursed? Oh, I should probably use spirit vision. Ha!
Not much bloody order in this place.
Completely forgot about spirit vision. Should have
Your
used that
blood
earlier.
for my blood, scum. May your wounds never heal.
Yeah, stop that.
Your blood for my blood, scum.
The spirit of a magister jabs a spectral finger into the paladin's wound, while muttering some profane-sounding curse.
Tell the spirit to cease what he's doing.
I'll do as I please. This paladin filth hacked me down right here in our headquarters. She's going to suffer for what she did to me.
Warn the spirit that you know ways to harm it, alive or dead.
The spirit thinks for a moment, then moves back from the paladin.
Very well. I am done with this world.
Just should have sucked his source out.
At last. Thank you. The wound's closed over. Thank you. Here. I found this on one of the Magisters. It looks valuable. Take it, with my thanks.
Right. Let's loot that stuff. That leads somewhere else. Where does it lead? It leads to... Ah, it just says sass. Great. Right, let's check out the place here with spirit vision on. There are bound to be some spirits around here, right? Lots of dead people. There we go. Spirit of Majesty Swordsman.
The spirit of a half-dressed magister stands before you, fumbling to draw his phantom blade from its sheath.
Try to get the spirit's attention.
The spirit manages to draw his sword and utter a challenge, though not one aimed at you.
Alarm! Sound the alarm! There's paladins attacking! Where are the whites?
He starts to swipe and jab his sword at an unseen opponent.
Interesting. Well, I need some sauce, so
The spirit turns in confusion, his sword at the ready. Too late.
Bye-bye. Let's take some more sauce. Right. So, that was interesting. So, the whites were not here. Let's see, there are more ghosts around here.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Who's that? Magister Ranger.
What is this? Am I dreaming? I went to my bunk after patrol duties. And now, this? I'll wake up in a minute. Winslow's snoring always wakes me. This can't be real.
Inform her that this is no dream. She's dead. If she tells you what she knows about the Black Ring, then you will release her.
What? I don't know anything about the Black Ring. I must be dreaming. I have to be.
Yeah, like I said, the rats were, or at least most of the rats were probably not in on what the whites were doing. So the collusion with the Black Ring, that was just the whites doing. A lot, well, I wouldn't say innocents died, but yeah. Well. See any ghosts in here?
One of those whites, where'd I hide?
If I was one of those whites, where'd I hide something?
Well, first of all, I'm going to loot everything. Now, we have a Magister letter over here. Let's check this out. Treffarf. I know you like to wag that razor tongue of yours, but you need to keep it yourself and check should Dallas come around. You remember Pretty? He had a tendency to talk back, just like you. Well, last time Dallas showed up, she brought that Riedemann character along with her. You know, the creepy fellow that's been teaching Alexander? Pretty just couldn't keep the jokes to himself. It's called Riedemann the Hammer's Hooligan. Loud enough for everyone to hear. That was it. Riedemann snarled, waved his hands about, and Pretty burned from the inside out until he was melting in blue-hot flames. He screamed to Dallas for mercy, but she just watched, smiling, until he was naught but a pile of smoking ash. He's got to be more than just some wizard lackey, Trevor. He's so powerful, even the whites looked terrified when it was all over. So I'm telling you, be on your best behavior. You don't want to be Riedemann's next example. God. Yes. This Riedemann is a very shady character. Something's not quite right with him. We already... one of the spirits at the harbor already told us that he was apparently being controlled by Dallas with a domination leash, which apparently doesn't work. Maybe Dallas thinks she's controlling him, but in reality she's not. The question remains, who the hell is this Riedemann? Why would she control him in the first place?
The whites must have surely taken it.
We will find that out too. On the origins of illusion. No, nothing interesting. Is there something hidden behind that picture? Ha ha ha! Of course there is. I did not know that actually. I missed that in the first place. But it looked so suspiciously so. Right, that's all in here, I guess.